They say love is blind, but maybe it sees more than we realize. Not in big, bold gestures, but in the stillness, in the things she never says out loud. So let me ask you, if a woman loves you, truly loves you, not out of convenience or habit, but with everything she's got, how would you know? It won't look like a cute date night or a smiling selfie. That's affection. That's comfort. But love, real love, it's different. It shifts something inside her, like a silent tide changing course. She won't always say the words. She won't always make it obvious. But you'll notice it in the way she pauses mid-sentence, or how her eyes find you in a crowded room, in the softness of her voice when she says your name, in the little moments when she forgets to act right and just is. Love lives in the slips, the cracks, the quiet. There's a name for it: neural attunement. When two people are deeply in sync, their minds begin to mirror each other. Not in poetry, in biology. You don't just affect her, you rewire her. And yet, here you are lying awake, scrolling past the noise, wondering if it's real or if she's just filling a space that fear left behind. So let's stop playing pretend. No fluff, no fairy tale. Just signals, subtle but undeniable. Because when a woman truly loves you, it won't be perfect. It won't always be pretty, but it'll be there. If you're the kind of man who's tired of surface-level love and ready to see the difference between attention and devotion, then welcome. This has become Stoic. If you value presence over performance and depth over games, like, subscribe and comment. I'm ready for real love. Let's begin. Sign number 1. She remembers the things you barely said. Most people listen to respond. Some listen to correct. But when a woman truly loves you, she listens to absorb. Not just the obvious, your favorite meal or your birthday. She tucks away the things you barely realized you shared. Like that story about your uncle teaching you to whistle while fixing a fence. Or how you always take the longer route past that old bookstore, not for the books, but because your mom used to take you there after dentist visits. You didn't highlight it. You didn't make it a moment. But then one day she's whistling in the kitchen. Or without a word, she drives that same street. No announcement. No "look what I did." Just quiet memory turned into presence. When a woman's in love, she doesn't store facts. She stores fragments. Bits of your past, the small quirks in your voice when you're tired or tense. She picks up on the rhythm of who you are beneath the surface. Not because she's trying, but because to her, those details are sacred. Love doesn't always shout. It's stitched into the everyday. A gesture here, a choice there, proof you're not just heard but held. And in a world of short attention spans and loud distractions, someone who chooses to remember you, the unpolished, unperformed version. That isn't luck. That's love. Sign number 2. She argues like she's fighting to stay seen. Love isn't always calm. Sometimes it feels like standing in a storm, holding on to each other while everything shakes around you. When a woman loves you deeply, she won't always be soft. She won't always speak gently. Because she's not halfway in, she's all in. And that kind of love is risky. Costs her more than you know. She's not upset over dinner or a late reply. She's terrified that she gave you the most unguarded pieces of herself, and maybe you didn't notice. So when she snaps, when her voice rises, it's not anger, it's fear. Fear that she's disappearing into someone she promised she'd never become again. She's not lashing out to win. She's trying to be heard before she loses herself in the silence. You see, real love doesn't just open you up, it undoes you. And when she's fighting, she's not fighting you. She's fighting for the version of her that only exists when she feels safe with you. It might come off as messy, emotional, too much, but it's not drama, it's defense. She's trying to protect the softest parts of herself that finally woke up when you walked in. And all she's asking without saying it is this: can I love you fully without losing me? So when it gets loud, don't shut down. Listen deeper. Because the loudest moments often carry the quietest fears. Sign number 3. She shows you the parts she pretends don't exist. There's a moment in real love no one warns you about. Not the first kiss, not the first I love you. It's the moment she lets you witness her break. Not a bad mood or messy hair, but the kind of unraveling that catches even her off guard. When her silence grows heavy while staring out the window. When she's chopping onions but the tears aren't from the sting. When laughter fades into something she can't explain. This isn't weakness. It's the realest kind of honesty. And it only happens when she crosses that invisible line. From being seen to being exposed. Most women walk through the world armored up. Smiling when afraid, laughing when they want to cry. Because the world expects them to hold it together. But when she loves you truly, something in her trusts that maybe you won't run. So the walls start to come down, not for show and not to impress, but because with you, it feels safe to be unguarded. That's sacred. She might tell you about the night she couldn't breathe, or how a song still makes her flinch. She may say things she's never told anyone, then go quiet, watching your face, waiting to see if your eyes change. She's not asking you to fix it. She's asking, can you still see me now? Because real love isn't about perfection. It's about revelation. Letting someone into the rooms you usually keep locked. The messy ones, the forgotten ones, the ones you're scared will make someone leave. And when she lets you in, she's not offering beauty. She's offering truth. And truth takes courage. Hers and yours. So if she's never fallen apart with you, never gone still in your arms and asked if she's too much, maybe ask yourself, have you made it safe for her to fall? The version online? That's performance. But the woman who turns her back at 2 a.m. and quietly asks, would you still stay if I broke down? That's her truth. And she's not looking for someone to admire the spotlight. She's looking for someone who won't flinch in the dark. Sign number 4. She protects your name when you're not there to defend it. Picture this, you're not in the room but your name is. Floating through casual talk, maybe even subtle criticism. She's there, listening, quiet, still. Then someone bends the truth just enough to leave a mark. And that's when she moves. No drama, no raised voice, just a quiet shift in her tone. Not to be seen, not to be praised, but to set the record straight. Because when a woman truly loves you, her loyalty isn't loud, it's consistent. It shows up where applause doesn't. She doesn't speak up to earn points. She speaks up because she knows the real you. The version shaped by late-night talks, quiet effort, and unspoken pain. And that version deserves defending. Not in grand speeches, but in the small, invisible moments. The ones you'll probably never hear about. Because for her, love isn't about proof. It's about protection. She won't deny your flaws. But she won't let anyone reduce you to them either. She sees what others overlook. The man behind the mistake, the heart beneath the mess. And that's a rare kind of strength. Not the strength to fight for you when you're watching, but the strength to speak with grace when your name is most vulnerable. That's not performance. That's reverence. And if one day someone tells you, hey, she really stood up for you, just know, she wasn't defending your past. She was protecting the man she believes you're still becoming. Sign number 5, she starts building a future, and you're already in it. If you want to know if she loves you, don't listen for promises. Listen for presence in her future. Not big declarations, not dramatic plans. Just simple phrases like, we should fix this place up. Or, maybe next spring we take that trip. She's not asking for forever. She's showing you you're already part of what's next. She moves your mug not as a guest but like it belongs. Buys your favorite bread without thinking. Books 2 seats instead of 1. Not because she has to, because in her mind you live there now. You'll hear it in the way she says, we, before catching herself. In how your schedule quietly merges with hers. In the way she wonders if this color would look good for us. She's not fantasizing. She's adjusting, naturally, instinctively. That's the sign. You're not a chapter. You're part of the story she's writing. Not need, not pressure, just intention, woven into the details of her everyday. That's not hope. That's love with its hands in the soil. Sign number 6. She challenges you to grow and not to hurt you. A lot of men mistake comfort for connection. If she makes me feel relaxed, she must care. But love, real love, doesn't always feel soft. Sometimes it looks like her standing firm, refusing to let you settle for less than what she sees in you. She won't let you coast, not because she doubts you, but because she believes in a version of you you've stopped chasing. She won't attack your pace, but she'll question your standstill. She'll challenge the lies you've lived with, that now's not the time, that staying small is safer. She won't shout. She'll simply expect more, not out of pressure, but purpose, because she's not in love with where you are. She's in love with where you're meant to go. Yes, it might sting. She'll name the patterns you thought you'd hidden, point out the blind spots no one else saw. But she's not fixing you. She's just refusing to cheer for a watered-down version of your life. Love like that won't coddle your excuses. It'll confront them with quiet fire. So when she calls you out, when she won't let you hide behind later or I'm just tired, don't mistake it for pressure. That's not resistance. That's respect. She's not pushing you away. She's pulling the man you said you wanted to become out into the light. That's not conflict. That's commitment. Sign number 7. She loves the man you're still becoming. Let's be real, you're not there yet. Some dreams are still drafts. Some habits still haunt you. You're patching things as you go. And yet, she's still here. Not out of pity. Not because she's stuck. But because she sees the work in progress and believes in it. She's not waiting for the polished version. She's in love with the man who shows up anyway, even on the messy days, even when you're unsure. Anyone can applaud a finished product. She's in the wings holding the script, while you're still figuring out the next line. She's not just rooting for your goals. She respects the grind. Most people show up for the celebration. She's been there in the silence. She knows the weight you carry, the doubt in your voice, the moments you wonder if you're enough. And she stays, not to fix you, not to lead you, but to walk beside you, unshaken step for step. She doesn't need the grand finale. She loves the effort, the pause, the resilience. She sees the builder behind the bricks. She doesn't need a finished house, just to know you're still building. She doesn't fear your shadows. She lights a candle. And when you go quiet, she doesn't panic. She listens. Because real love doesn't wait at the finish line. It walks the unpaved road with you. If she does that, don't just hold her. Match her. If something in this message resonated with you, don't brush it off. Let it sit with you for a moment. And if you've ever met someone like this, someone who stayed, who saw your potential, drop a comment and say, I'm still becoming, but I know who I'm building for. Hit like if this spoke to you. Subscribe if you're on this journey too. I'll see you in the next one.